Hi, it's Phil Poplinski with Practical Hapkido. Tonight I'm going to bring you one of our techniques. We call it a center lock. It's kind of a complicated technique. It's got a lot of facets to it. So I wanted to go into some of the details of this. Remember, there's always more than one way to skin a cat, and I've seen this technique done in a number of different ways. This is just my way of doing this. Let me show you where we end up first off. It starts from the same side wrist lock. I come here. And now I've got what we call a center lock, and I can go back, I can go forward. I got a forward throw here, I got a back throw here, or I just take this sucker, plant it here, and rapidly twist my core this way. But I don't even want to think of what kind of damage that might do to the arm by doing that. Okay, the devil's in the details of pulling something like this off, you know, especially something that's complicated like that. So I keep talking about this line here on the pinky side, this bottom line. This is a release point for the wrist. And this hand is going to come under this, and I'm going to use my thumb and touch that spot early, as soon as I can, and I'm going to roll this over like this. Now if you come back up top, when I do that, I create an opening here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a thumb in it. Okay, now back up. So I hit that part of the wrist, I roll it, oh, you'll notice I've already sunk. Roll this over, stick my thumb in there. Once I get my thumb in there, I lock now. See, I've already got a lock initiated. Here's where I see a lot of people not doing that with this technique. They come around, I've seen them pancake, take this up, and so far you see no reaction out of them. I haven't given him anything to think about. So we roll this over, create that opening, stick my thumb in and lock now. I've already got bar, got a body alarm reaction out of this lock. Now, if you come just a little bit closer, here's the complicated parts of this, is I have to end up switching hands with this. So when I come through, my other hand is going to come up, and I'm going to pick it up here without losing any pressure on this wrist. Whatever pressure I have right here, right now, will be always there, minimum, if not more. I keep that pressure, keep that pressure, keep that pressure. As I go through and transfer, I'm going to take the other hand that he initially had, open it, and I'm going to apply pressure to the fingers here and take this elbow over like a ballistic missile and think about planting it on the floor about 4 feet behind him. Or I will take this, and you can see he's going to go. I'll take this as a throw. I come down forward and add this twitch to it. Remember, we always have a fulcrum. Everything has a fulcrum on it. My webbing is right here on that wrist line. Right there, right at this bendy point. Bendy point, that's a very technical term. So I keep this lock here. This is the pull, here's my push. Look at that. Look at that great bar. But again, this is a tough one. Roll it over, create my pocket, stick my thumb in, lock now. I'm already seeing a body alarm reaction. I have to get low. Transferring hands, keep lock, keep lock, keep lock. I either go to the fingers and back throw or forward. Okay? And there's a lot to that. I've seen, you know, in Hapkido, in any martial art, actually, we have a tendency of really grasping onto some of the more complicated techniques, but they're beautiful. And we have fun with them, we enjoy them. Like a straight punch, right? I'll pass this, look what I got. I got the pinky, I come underneath, boom, what do I got? I got that same lock. That's fun. I like doing it. Lots of us like doing it. 90+% of the strikes you're going to get on the street are going to be a wide swinging right hook. Am I going to do that on a hooking punch? No, I got to be on the inside. You're not going to go to the outside on that. So I love these things. I enjoy that. There is something to learn from this from a practical standpoint. I knew somebody that was, he's an excellent martial artist, and he was working security in some of the clubs in Orlando. And when he'd escort people, what he'd tell me he would do, he would smack them in the forehead, and when their hands come up, he'd grab one and put them into this lock, and then escort them out to the door with this lock. And I thought that was pretty funny and entertaining, and again, a practical application of what can be a rather complicated lock. But once you have this, all you got to really think about when you have this is Be sure that you have the webbing of your hand right here at the bendy point, again the technical term, of his wrist. And this is keeping this rotating. A video or two ago I talked about bisecting angles of attack. Remember? Right now I'm applying this angle of force to the wrist, and then I add this bisecting angle to it, which just ramps everything up. Okay, so just one last time on that same side. Really turning my hand out. I'm already sunk. Pocket, stick my thumb in, lock. I got bar, body alarm reaction, transfer hand. I either go back or I go forward with this. Okay, so I hope that might help clarify. Actually, I should talk a little bit about footwork too. I know I'm going this way, so by the time I do this, I've already taken my first step. Now here comes my second step through the technique here. And now, when I move, I take my furniture with me. That's a phrase that I have here. If you're going to move, take your furniture with you. Don't get stuck out here like this. What are you going to do? You can't kick with either leg. You move, take your furniture with you to a point that you can utilize either leg to kick, knee strike, whatever it is that you want to do. So hopefully that'll clarify some things for you and help you get that technique on whatever locking system or whatever you're doing. And train smart, train hard.